Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Tuesday. Doesn't that feel good? It feels like a Monday, but it's a Tuesday. I hope each and every one of you had an amazing Labor Day weekend. I know I did. I wanted to jump on really quickly this morning because I'm starving and I didn't have a chance to do this yesterday. Yesterday I wanted to meal prep a little bit, but I didn't quite have the opportunity. So I wanted to jump on and make a meal prep breakfast. I've made a quiche before, but today I wanted to make some little muffin cups so you can see how easy it is and how awesome it is to just grab and go. So welcome if you are here. I know it's still early for some people. I've had an early morning. My name is Courtney Harris. I am the admin for Adventures in Keto. Sorry, my phone is going off. I am the admin for Adventures in Keto, coming at you live from beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. It's a little overcast right now. So, but if you're here watching this live, as always, say hello. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to write those down. And then if you're watching this on the replay, as always, hashtag replay. That way I know who has been here. But today should be pretty easy and pretty quick. So I'm going to get started. Doesn't call for a whole lot of ingredients, but so literally all you need is sausage, bacon, possibly. Bacon can possibly be omitted. Onion. If you're a diehard ketoer and you don't eat onions, it's super easy to leave these out as well. It only calls for half of an onion for a pretty big batch, so it should be pretty insignificant as far as the carb count goes. So it calls for onion, cream, egg, sausage, spinach, and like I said, a little bit of bacon. So not too difficult whatsoever. But the first thing you need to do, which I forgot, is preheat your oven to 350. I'm going to go ahead and cut up my onion right here. So hopefully you guys and gals had a wonderful weekend. I know I did here in Colorado Springs. It's so funny. I grew up in Colorado. I grew up in Monument, which is north. Hi, booby! Which is north of Colorado Springs. And there's this thing called the balloon liftoff, the Labor Day liftoff, and I had never been before in all of the years that I have lived here. And I can't believe I never went. And I went, and it was amazing. It was a little disappointing. The weather wasn't cooperating too great that day, so they weren't actually able to lift off the hot air balloons, but they were able to at least blow them up so that we could walk around and look at them. So it was really, really cool. So if you're here in Colorado, I guess people come from all out of town too. But it was pretty awesome. It's cool to be so close to the hot air balloons and have them all be blowing up and the fire, and it was really, really cool. I wish I could. I wish I could go running today, but I can't. I've got such a crazy busy day. Lots of training. Hey, Jordan. Good to see you on here. Thank you for hopping on. I'm making a breakfast egg muffin. So, should be pretty good. So, first I'm just starting with my sausage. And it called for 1.5 pounds of sausage, but I don't have 1.5 pounds. I have just 1 pound. So I'm going to just use that. But while this is cooking, I really wanted to, and hopefully you guys and gals can hear me, I wanted to talk to you about something that I've been hearing a lot of, and it's something I think I should address, because I think some people get frustrated when they're on keto, and sorry, I haven't even really looked in the mirror yet. I probably should have done that. Hey, Kara, how are you? It's so yummy. And the cool thing about these egg muffin cups is you can put whatever in them that you want. So you can kind of make them your own. But one of the things I've been hearing a lot of is some people get really frustrated. Some people get really frustrated when they're on keto and they're not seeing the results that others are seeing. First of all, everybody's journey is going to look different, right? How quickly you lose weight, how quickly you don't lose weight, that kind of thing. But I think a lot of people are doing it wrong. So many times people get so pumped about keto because you get to enjoy good food. You know, you get to have the bacon and the fats and the cheeses and the dairy and, you know, all of the yummy stuff that goes with it. But if you do lazy keto, which I know a lot of people do lazy keto, if you're doing lazy keto and you're eating really, really high fat, but you're still getting in a substantial amount of carbs, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, and you're actually doing a double whammy. So let me back up a little bit. Let's just talk a little bit about cheat meals, right? Who here, if you're here, say hello and let me know, do you do a cheat meal? And have you done a cheat meal from day one? Everybody has their own personal preference. I know some people who choose not to because it's so hard for them to get back into ketosis. They're not keto adapted. But myself, I have had a cheat meal since day one. I do a weekly cheat meal, sometimes two. But on those days when I have my cheat meal, I eat low fat. I eat low fat. So if you are following a ketogenic lifestyle and you love all the fats and the yummies that go with it, that's great, right? But make sure if you are having carbs at all in your diet, if you're fudging, if you're doing dirty keto, lazy keto, whatever you're doing, if you're implementing carbs into your lifestyle and you're eating that high fat, that's not good. The two coupled together are not good. When we're going from keto, from a sugar burner to a fat burner, it's exactly what we're doing. We're switching our primary fuel source from sugar to ketones, or fat, I should say. That process takes time. And to get keto adapted, which basically means you've switched your primary fuel source and your body now relies on fat for its fuel, until you get to being fat adapted and keto adapted, it's really important to stick to a more standard keto lifestyle if you're wanting to get to your results quicker. If not, that's great. If you're not worried about losing X amount of pounds in X amount of time, that's okay. You can do it whatever pace you want. And if that means implementing carbs every now and then into your lifestyle because that's what you enjoy, do that. That's great if that works for you. But just know on those days where you're going to have more carbs, you need to be eating low fat. That's really, really, really important. I know too many people that jump onto this lifestyle and they're so pumped, like I said, about all of the yummy foods, the dairy, the cheeses. But keto is not just about the fats, right? Keto is about getting in good, wholesome ingredients, getting in yummy, delicious foods. For some people, like myself, I love vegetables. So vegetables are really important for me to get into my diet. But then again, I don't know how important they are because I know some people who are following a carnivore diet. I don't know if you've ever heard of the carnivore diet. And seeing amazing results without the vegetables, right? So, back to my point though, if you are new to keto, just know that keto is more than just eating a lot of fats, okay? Keto is about eating good, wholesome ingredients. And I have so much grease on my counter. Good, wholesome ingredients, right? Good quality meats, not flooding your diet with too much dairy. So there's a way to follow this lifestyle. And when you become keto adapted, once you become fat adapted, you are able to fluctuate in and out of ketosis a lot more easily, right? Myself, I've been supplementing with ketones for, I should say 9 months into my journey on keto, and I've been keto for over 2 years. And fasting. So supplementing with ketones and fasting will absolutely help push you right back into ketosis. But until you get to that point where you're keto adapted, it's harder for your body to know which fuel source to run off of. So if you're flooding your body with all these fats, and then yet you're still getting in those carbs, your body's not understanding. Your body's going to burn the carbs for sugar. I mean, you burn the carbs for energy because you're still a sugar burner, and it's going to store the fat. So you're kind of doing yourself a double whammy there. So I think that's important for some people to know. Some people, like I said, some people follow. If you're new to keto, first of all, give me a 1 if you're new to keto, and give me a 2 if you have been keto. And if you've been keto for a while, let me know how long. I'm curious. But if you're new to keto, I advise you to really do your research, figure out where your macros should be, and try to stick to that as much as you can. And if for some reason you are struggling and you decide like, hey, I want to do this a little bit more gradually, change your macros a little bit. Change your macros so that you're not eating high fat with carbohydrates. Because like I just said, that's just like a double whammy. And you're doing yourself a big disfavor. So like for instance, if you're keto and your family is not keto, and your family is the whole day eating like a regular carb-filled, sugar-filled diet, well, that's not going to be good if they're coming home and eating a super, super fatty dinner, right? So just my little 2 cents. I see people writing on here. I should probably see what you guys are saying. Jordan, good morning, Mike. Good to see you on here. You just got done at work. Oh, you're lucky. Just getting ready to, well, I had some early morning sessions, and then I'm going to start my day. Yeah, the carnivore diet. I was just talking about that, Jordan. I think people are, a lot more information is coming out about it. I don't know if I'm ready to jump on board. Yeah, really good point, Jordan. Using carbs as a pre-workout, which I know a lot of people do. A lot of people do a cyclic keto diet where they carb up on certain days, or they'll carb up before an event or a workout. I myself do that. Not too often right now. I am following more of a standard keto with, I should say modified keto, because my protein, if you're at all trying to build muscle, work out on keto, that part's really important. Make sure that you up your protein and you don't stick to the traditional macros. You need protein to build muscle. All right, so as I have my sausage going, it's almost done. I'm going to throw in my half of an onion. And then it called for, what did it call for? Spinach. So I'm going to do a cup of spinach. Let this cook down. Spinach is a really good source of protein for greens. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and get my egg mixture together. So it does call for 12 eggs. I have chickens, but I don't have 12 natural eggs, so I had to buy some eggs. In a lot of these recipes, you'll see call for egg whites instead of a full egg, or maybe half and half. I always just feel like I'm wasting the egg so much if I don't use the yolk. Unless I give it to my dogs. That works too. So 12 eggs. They called for a cup of cream. I'm sorry. It called for a half a cup of milk. And I am going to use cream. So if it turns out awful, oh, you know what? Somebody told me if you drop an eggshell, okay, we're going to try this. You scoop it out. Oh, look at that! You scoop it out with the eggshell. Oh, that totally does work. That's awesome. Maybe not. try it with this one. Yeah, nifty. Okay, somebody, I did a live once and I dropped the eggshell in there, and she said, use the eggshell to get out the eggshell. And hey, would you look at that? Works great. Okay. Hopefully you guys and gals are ready for an awesome week. At least it's a shorter week. That's always good. There's one more eggshell in there. Alright. If I can even get this out. It's a tiny one, so I may not even bother with it. Oh, there. I got it. Beautiful. Alright, last but not least. Alright, let me make sure all my eggshells. I save all my eggshells. Oh, yum, it's smelling so good. Mango. Did you get it? Okay, beautiful. Alright, that is cooking. I'm going to add some salt and pepper to my eggs. And then I will add the cream. Good morning, Lori. Thank you for jumping on. So happy to have you guys on here. I really am. Okay, so we got our eggs. I'm going to throw some pepper in there as well. I'm not a huge pepper fan. I know some people who are obsessed with it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and whisk these. You waiting for the food, Mango? It's weird when he's not. I have 2 Bichla dogs, and it's always weird when they're not in the kitchen with me. Well, I shouldn't say both. One of them is a foodie, so he's always in the kitchen with me. So it's lonely when he's not. Okay. So we have our eggs. Now I'm going to add some cream. It called for a half a cup of milk. So I'm going to just do a half a cup of cream and hope that it turns out. Probably turn out better, actually. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Cream. Okay. That looks good. Turn that off. All right. Easy peasy. So now all I got to do is assemble, which is hopefully going to be easy. I guess I should mix the cream in there, huh? I've made some breakfast muffin cups before with egg that have almond flour in them, and those are really good too. They just felt a little bit heavier. I don't know. I always like an egg breakfast. It fills me up without, actually I should say most everything on keto. Before this, I used to eat until I was sick, you know, and it's hard to get that way on keto. Rarely do I eat until I'm stuffed. I'll eat until I'm full and content, but for some reason when I have carbs, like for instance the past 3 days, I've kind of let loose. I've been training to put on a couple pounds. I do that every once in a while. I will go through a stage where I'm trying to gain weight, so most of the time I'll do it keto style, where I'll add in more fats, more proteins, adjust my macros that way. But this time, I kind of enjoyed myself, and I ate foods that weren't necessarily keto. And it's crazy how different I feel. Like, my energy level is lower. I've had a headache for 2 days. And then it's like I ask myself, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And during the time, I have to admit, it's worth it. I still like to enjoy life's indulgences. Okay, so once you have your spinach, onion, and your sausage all mixed up, then you're going to put it into the muffin cups. Just breaks. All right. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to try to distribute these evenly. You know what else I should do? I should get some cheese. I don't think it called for any cheese in the actual muffin cups. Hopefully you guys can see. I didn't even realize that. Let me turn this down so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I feel like 1.5 pounds of sausage would have been way too much. I feel like this is a really good amount. Sorry, that scraping is loud. Yeah, that looks good to me. Beautiful. Okay, and you know what I am going to do? I'm going to add some cheese. Or maybe I'll just do that on top of them. That's what I'll do. Okay, so now this part seems like it's going to be more difficult, but we'll see. Then it said you just put the egg mixture into the cups. Oh gosh, that's too full. There we go, that's better. I'm filling them, some of them I think too full. Oh, like that one. Okay, that shall be good. Alright, and then I'm going to put some cheese on the top. Oh, yes, I did. I'm so sorry, Kara. You're right. I did that before I even started, before I even went live. My bad. Good question. Yes, I did grease the pan, and I just used an olive oil spray. Okay. All right. I'm going to use this kind of cheese. Yeah, I thought that was mozzarella for a second. Okay. Yum. Okay, and then last but not least, I have some bacon over here. Get a towel. Okay, so I have some bacon right here. I am just going to cut these up. I should say break these apart. Yes, no, Kara, I'm so glad you asked. Thank you. Just because that was the first thing I did before I even went live, so I'm so glad you said that. Because it totally would stick, I would think. And I doused them. Like, I really did grease them heavily. Because I've made muffin cups before, and they do. They really, really, really stick. I'm thinking of, too, the ones that I was just talking about that I made with the almond flour. When I got done, go get that. When I got done, here. When I got done making those, they stuck to the pan to where I couldn't even, hardly eat them. They were like, half of it would stick in there, and that's so frustrating when you spend all this time making something. And like I said too, the bacon, if you don't have bacon, you don't have to put it on top, but I feel like it'll add a little bit of yummy flavor. All right, so I'm gonna just put bacon bits. I have my puppy sitting here drooling. Who doesn't love bacon? Actually, I know there are people out there who don't like bacon, or for moral reasons, which I am totally okay with that too. But I do love bacon. Like I've said so many times, though, I have such a moral conviction buying bacon. I'm really picky about where I get it from. And eventually one day we're gonna get a pig. So when that day comes, we will probably have to cut out eating bacon and pork. And that would be really not cool. Okay. So that's that, right? And then let's see. I don't even remember how long I have to cook it for. I think it's just a few minutes. Not a few, but I think 10. Let's just see real fast. And as always, I'm going to post the recipe in the post, and then I will post a picture once they come out. So 20 to 25 minutes. So that is kind of significant. So I'm going to throw these in, and I'll check on them probably in 15 minutes. Sometimes here in Colorado, things cook a little quicker at the high altitude that we're at. But it's easy. That took me, 10, 15 minutes? And now for my breakfast for the rest of the week, it's grab and go. So meal prepping is awesome. Meal prepping is awesome when you just commit to doing it. I know a lot of people will spend Sundays having that be their meal prep day. But it's just a great way, like I said, to make sure that you are getting in your food, getting in your nutrients, and not, because so many times when it comes down to it and you're starving and you don't feel like cooking, and then, typically what's the first thing you go for? Something easy like a granola bar, or, something that's not keto. But by meal prepping, you have it in advance. So it's just a quick grab and go. So like I said, I wasn't planning on doing a live, but I wanted to make some breakfast muffins this morning for myself for this week. So hopefully you make them. Hopefully you enjoy them. Thank you, each and every one of you, for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. So have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to be doing a lot more lives this week. I don't have my girl. So I'll be doing a lot more lives and doing some fun new recipes. So hope to see you there, and I will talk to you later. Bye.